this doesn't seem very bad, and I'm not saying that just this alone qualifies the person as, or like labels the person as a fake friend. What I'm trying to say is, if something like this occurs more than once, like more than 3 times, in fact, in my own opinion, such a person does not have you at heart. Because hello there, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, what's up? I am Damsey, and you're absolutely welcome to this crystal amazing community where I help create content to help solve most of the everyday youth problems, ranging from lifestyle, mindset, beauty, and mental health. So just know that if you on a regular basis find yourself trying to figure out or to solve problems within these areas, you are definitely in the right place. And if you want to see more of what I do or to connect with me directly, you can go ahead to follow me on my Instagram page at XOXO or my Facebook page Crystal_Damsey. I'm pretty consistent on both platforms, and I'm always happy to receive messages from you crystals. So guys, today we are going to be talking about fake friends. Fun fact, well, not really a fun fact, but this is like a general fact. The thing is, everybody in the world, like every human being, including those people that do bad things, I'm telling you, every human being likes to be liked. So this is just how it is. This is how it works. Nobody deep down wants to live or wants to be lonely, like wants to like go on in life without having any friends at all. Everybody has this quiet side, like this invisible symbol on everybody's forehead that is screaming, I want to be liked. And because of that, friendship is just it's such a unique kind of relationship in this world, like in the universe. I have basically 3 classification of friends, and I think that is like that for everyone, but I personally classified mine like that. So I have the first category, you know, like there is from the stranger to the acquaintance, right? So from the acquaintance, it graduates into a friend, and then from a friend to a real friend. I don't call it best friend because you could have more than one friend, and I feel like the word best doesn't necessarily describe the kind of relationship we're talking about here. So I prefer to use the term real friend instead of best friend, so that in case later in this video, if I use the word real friend, I need you to understand that I'm actually referring to best friend. So I'll basically be talking about the 5 hidden signs of a fake best friend. And the reason why I refer to this as hidden signs is because these are not just everyday common signs. They're not easily noticed or like easily assumed, and they're usually being misunderstood sometimes. But these signs, they're so small, they're not obvious, but they're right there, and it just 100% screams that this person you're with, this person you call your best friend, is literally fake. Basically what I'm trying to say is that these are signs that should not be ignored if you notice it in your friend. And in my own personal opinion, these signs, they 100% give it off that this person you call your friend is absolutely fake. And because friendship is just so important to us, right, we need to know that the people who we have invested so much time and so much energy and sacrifice on are really, you know, true and real, and they truly have you deep down, just as you have them deep down at heart or deep down your heart. If you have a group of friends in your life, or you have just one best friend or real friend in your life, and you are kind of confused, or you're trying to find out if this person is someone that is worth, you know, the time, the energy, the sacrifice, the effort that you put in. You definitely want to know if this person is real or is fake. So if I were you, I would stick around and watch this video up until the end. So the very first hidden sign on my list is, if you ever doubt that they are happy for you, there's a high percent chance that they are actually not happy for you. Because the thing about a true best friend is that they have you in their hearts, and your pain is also their pain, your joy is also their joy, and even your goals have like a similar pattern, like a similar connection, that, you know, the achievement of it gives a similar sense of satisfaction in the two of you. So there's kind of like that fusion of like the two different individuals, and where they're literally going to. That is what makes a true friend a true friend. Like, that is what makes them to literally stick together. It doesn't necessarily mean that their goals are the same. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have the same goals in life. They could have different goals in life, but the thing is that the very core of what the goal, like the achievement of the goal brings, is kind of similar. So that is something that they both chase after, if that makes any sense. So if there was ever a situation where you shared like a major news, a major breakthrough, or an achievement that you had, you share this moment, this news with your best friend, and their immediate reaction did not embody the similar mood, the similar emotion that you have in the moment, like sharing the news, like how it makes you feel in the moment. Your best friend does not mirror back that feeling to you. It means that something is definitely wrong. And in my own opinion, it means that they didn't really have you at heart. Because, okay, just imagine you know, like being excited about, maybe you finally got the job that you've been trying to get. You've been trying your best. You've tried so hard for 5 years. You've been applying. You've been busting your ass trying to get this job, and you finally got it. And you came to your best friend and you announced it to your best friend, and then their reaction was not it was just kind of dull. Like, it did not mirror how you felt. To me, it means, it just gives it away that this person never had you deep down their hearts. Like, you were never in their heart. And in my own opinion, if you were not in their heart, then it means this person was never your friend, because there is no such thing as having a shallow love for your friend, if that makes any sense. A true friend has like true deep love. That is what makes them a true friend in the first place. So if you tag this person a true friend and they did not mirror that emotion back to you, they never had you at heart. And if that is the case, it means that the love was not deep. And if the love wasn't deep, then, because there's no such thing as shallow, it means the love was never really there. Like, they don't have that personal love towards you. And there could be a high chance that this person was never your best friend or your true friend, but probably a friend or just an acquaintance. That is just it. And a friend is, you know, we all have friends. Friends are not really best friends, right? Because certain really personal news, you don't like go to your friend. It doesn't mean that they are bad friends. Like, people who call friends, like, in my own opinion, the word friend, you know, they're just a bunch of nice people that you keep around, and maybe sometimes you hang around with them and stuff like that. But I'm talking about real friends, the ones that are usually closest to your family, the ones that are there in every important moment of your life. Those are true friends. And if you have a friend that doesn't mirror back that excitement to you, it means that this person was never your best friend. For the second hidden signs of a fake best friend is they never tell you or introduce you to any major opportunity. So okay, let's say that you have a friend who is your best friend, your best friend, and you both live in this little town where nothing fancy ever happens. Opportunities rarely come by, and you're both not financially stable. You're kind of struggling to make ends meet, and you both have hopes and dreams which you've shared together, and you've shared a lot of stories about so many things that you wish could happen in your life, so many things you wish you could have, and stuff like that. And let's say all of a sudden, then there was this once in a lifetime opportunity that comes around in your little town where you and your friend live, and then somehow your friend manages to know about this opportunity, and it is a very open opportunity. Like, it's open for, let's say, everyone within your age range, just like you and your friends. So and your friend knew about this opportunity, and he applied for the opportunity. Like, he applied for it, and then somehow you were not aware of it, you didn't know about this opportunity, and let's say later on you managed to find out about this opportunity, and it was too late for you to apply for it, and then you later somehow managed to discover or learn that your best friend was actually in the competition. Like, he applied for the same opportunity that you wish you could have applied for. How would you feel in that moment about such a friend? Well, because they're my friends, you may not be really pissed, but I know that I would be more than disappointed. Like, I would be really disappointed. And funny enough, I've had this very similar experience, like just very similar. And I remember I didn't even find out the proper way. It was someone else who wasn't very close in my circle of friends. He wasn't very close, so he called me, and then he told me that there was this stuff going on. Like, how did I not know about it? And I'm like, I really didn't know about this stuff, and I didn't even think towards that part until my friend who was telling me was there, like, wow, that he's really surprised, because like my friends applied and I wasn't told. Like, he was expecting that I would be there and stuff like that. So it's kind of sad, and it's just similar to the first point that I made. Friends who do stuff like that, because to me there's just no excuse to it. They don't have you deep at heart. Like, you're not in their hearts at all. It's just the obvious reason to me. And because if you were, stuff like that, like, they would hit you up. Okay, yeah, there's this opportunity, there's this stuff, okay, it's coming up next week, we have to gather maybe a sum of money to apply, or like any requirement that is required, you get to have the time to prepare towards that. Make sure you have those requirements, so that when the time has come, you can take that opportunity, and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter how big an opportunity is. The fact is that your friend, your friend's weaknesses, your friend's flaws, and that, okay, this particular thing is something that would help your friend, right? Someone who is your best friend, someone who thinks about you, someone who truly cares about you being your very best self, is going to make sure they push you towards growth. Wherever growth is, they push you towards that place. Even if they are personally not going to maybe apply for it themselves or go for it. They just want to see you grow, and you know, they're walking by and they come across this opportunity that could really help their friend maybe come out of her comfort zone, be more open, and maybe get that dream job that she's been dying to get, or even get just a step closer to a major goal. It's a huge deal. It's a really huge deal, and it's only true friends that do this for each other. So this is what fake best friends do, or people who were not really your best friend and maybe you thought that they were, you thought that they had your back. You would see them gradually going up the ladder, and you are just not moving, like you're not being helped or assist and stuff like that. If you have friends who constantly make an effort to, you know, push you towards growth, towards the path of growth, towards the path of success and happiness and joy, rather than to see you remain on the very spot that you've been in, those are friends to really keep. Those are real friends. And so the third hidden sign is whenever you talk about your problems, in response to your problem, they talk about their own problems as well. Like, oh my god, I don't know if it's just me or this happens to everyone. You have that that situation whereby you have a genuine serious problem, like you're going through stuff, really personal stuff, and it's really deep, and you know, it puts you in a very sad and vulnerable state, and you're still in the process of trying to understand it. You don't quite know how to express it yet, and let's say you managed to express it to your best friend. You've managed to, like, you know, try your best to push it out, to express it to your best friend, and then the next thing that comes out of their mouth, it doesn't really show much concern. Like it doesn't seem as though you said anything. And sometimes it's so bad, and then the next thing that comes out of their mouths is stuff about their own self. Yeah, this doesn't seem very bad, and I'm not saying that just this alone labels the person as a fake friend. What I'm trying to say is, if something like this occurs more than once, like more than 3 times in fact, in my own opinion, such a person does not have you at heart. Because, like, just imagine, for instance, like you're grieving a parent that just died and stuff like that, and you know, emotions like that, you don't really know how to talk about it. You don't know where to start. Yeah, you have friends around, but you don't feel like anyone would understand what you're going through. And let's say you've gotten to the point where everyone is trying to convince you, you know, talk to someone, talk about it, and you manage to talk about it, and then, you know, like at that point, at that very point, you are like, it's like you're naked, right? Because you're vulnerable, and because it was so personal and so deep. And then you were hoping that now that you've stripped yourself off your clothes of sadness, right? You're expecting that the first thing your best friend should do is to cover you up. They try to show concern towards what you just said. Like they make it in that first few minutes of their response, it should be about you, like what you just said. But no, like they start to talk about something else, about themselves. Like they quickly draw the attention to themselves. They haven't covered you yet. You're still naked, you're still ashamed, and like on top of that, they're talking about themselves. Like, how would that feel? And I'm not saying that you can name them fake or assume them to be fake when they do it just once. Like when it happens several times, like not even several times, if it happens more than 3 times, if it happens the first time, I would assume that, okay, maybe this stuff is truly bothering him or truly bothering her as well, and she wants to express it. If it happens the second time, I would overlook it. If it happens the third time, in fact from the third time personally, I would start to like I wouldn't feel safe to express something very personal to such a friend again. I don't know if you understand. Like, that is just how it is. And you cannot call someone a best friend if you don't feel comfortable sharing this personal stuff with. So it just doesn't make any sense, to be honest. It doesn't. And so the fourth hidden sign that I have is that they don't stand up for you in your absence. So a thing I've come to realize about disloyalty in friendships or in any relationships for that matter is that a friend who speaks ill about you behind your back and a friend who does not defend you in front of people who speak ill about you or assume wrongfully about you are the same. Those two are literally the same. If you have a friend who does not defend you in a group of people, like while in the midst of a group of people speaking bad about you or making different assumptions about you that are not right, that friend is not someone that you should trust. Like, that is a very suspicious friend. In fact, in my own opinion, that is a very dangerous friend. That is a very dangerous friend, because integrity is so important. Like, integrity is basically how the world sees you, and how the world sees you as a person is really important. And there is no excuse, there is no explanation to a friend who cannot correct people who speak wrong about her own friend or his own friend. Like, there's just no explanation. The obvious explanation is that this person does not give a damn about you, and this is not just something to ignore, this is someone to run from. Don't take this kind of friends lightly. Even as small as exalting you when the situation calls for it, they can't do all that. They can't introduce you to opportunities, because like they just don't want to really see you grow. These kind of friends are super fake, and even worse, they are toxic friends. They're really toxic, and trust me, you don't want to have this type of friends around you at all. And so the last but definitely not the least hidden signs of a fake best friend that I have for you guys is they suddenly disappear from your life. So they have managed to come into your life for a very specific reason, only known to them, and you probably have no idea what that reason is, because perhaps you just weren't listening to the signals, or you were just not sensitive enough to the signs, and now they finally got what they want, or they finally achieved what they wanted to achieve right from the beginning, and they just take off. They just leave you with no explanation at all. Like, they just leave you to another group of friends that are much more better, probably richer or something, that have that thing that they are constantly looking out for and stuff like that. They just abandon you without any explanation. Like, I get it. It gets to a point that friends naturally outgrow each other, and it could be because of distance, or let's say like a different career path kind of separates two friends. But what I mean by complete abandonment is that they just, like, you could even still be within the same area, right, and they just ignore you. Like, they don't talk to you like friends again. It's just like it's almost as if you guys were never close, like they never met you. They never take your birthday serious anymore. They don't text you, they don't do stuff like that, because they finally achieved what they wanted all along, and there's nothing there for them again, and they just take off without any explanation, because they never actually valued you as a friend. They never cared about you. Fake friends are not difficult to spot at all, in my own opinion. They're not difficult to spot because they're not toxic friends. Yeah, you really need to understand that there's a huge difference between a fake friend and a toxic friend. Toxic friends are like friends that are, you know, when something is toxic, you have it within you, but you don't know the harm that is causing to you, but you still have it around because you don't fully understand it. Like you just can't make a decision about it. Those are the friends that are toxic. But when you've spotted a fake friend, you know that, okay, this is a fake friend. Like, the label goes to it so quickly. That is why fake friends are not toxic friends. Like, fake friends, they are easy to spot, they are easy to know, and once you know them, you know that this is not someone that you want to keep around, because this person does not have you at heart, and this person is not for you at all. So please make sure you comment down below if you have other hidden signs of a fake friend. Please make sure to comment that down below, so that, you know, this is a community, we can all learn from it. Or if you have an experience with a fake friend, you can feel free to narrate down below, and because we can all learn and grow from it. So comment down below if you would like to see a video on toxic friends from me soon. Just comment down below any video requests that you have. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up, and make sure to share this video. Just share this video. Who knows, you might be helping someone out there. You could find someone out there who this video will be highly beneficial to. And of course, make sure to subscribe, you guys. Subscribe to my channel. It would really make my day, and it will make me know that you guys enjoy what you're seeing. And don't forget to turn on my post notifications so that you will get notified whenever I post my next video. So thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure to have a great, wonderful, positive day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.